Last video about battle rifles supposed to be the last video of such type, because other weapon classes are not that interesting. And probably many of you tired of these videos. But pistols are pretty interesting as well. So it will be the last video in which we review weapon classes, at least for a while. Let's start from the easiest one, from the worst pistol in game. And that is PM. The only good thing about this pistol is that it has second fastest RPM after APB, and it's pretty light. But not gonna lie, its lightweight is nothing. You can take some Mark 27 for example, which will be heavier only by 73 grams, but it will be much better option. Meanwhile, PM doesn't have one tap against 100 HP, and it has lower damage in general compared to other pistols. Also, it has pretty small mag, which makes situation about damage even worse. And it has not the best recoil. It had access to 80 bullets mag before, but after update 7.6 it was removed, which was the only reason to play with this pistol. So for now, PM is pretty useless. You still can use it if you wanna have fun with it, but if you are looking for performance, this pistol is the worst option. Next pistol is HP. Much better option, but still not the best pistol. It has pretty good distance, 13 bullets magazine, and that's all. It has the biggest recoil and smallest magazine among 9mm pistols. And it doesn't have any customization. Next is 75B. Slightly better option compared to HP, it still doesn't have customization, but it has lower recoil and bigger magazine. Next is M9 and its version M9A1. They are completely the same except the fact that you can put flashlight on A1 version. And it has the worst reload speed alongside with APB. Even though it has the best distance and velocity among pistols, it's not really worth to use it just for this reason. Now let's look at Deagle. It has the best range with velocity and the best damage among pistols. With its damage you can one-tap all enemies up to 150 HP. And you need only 3 shots in arms against 100 HP. But it doesn't have access to optics and suppressor. It has pretty small mag, slow RPM, and really heavy ammo. There is no point to use it in PvP, since almost all pistols one-tap in head. In open world it has some sense to use it, but not much actually. The problem is about its ammo. So how most of the players use their pistols? Usually when they don't have ammo in their mag on primary and they don't have time for reload, because there is enemy in front of them. And we definitely can tell that this happens not too often. So I would say that most of the players using their pistol less than 10% of the time. And in this case Deagle become pretty bad option because of its weight. Deagle is not bad by itself, but if you want to use its potential, you have to use it more often. So you need to use it like a primary, I would say. Another case, you will just have unnecessary weight in your inventory. In few words, Deagle is a good weapon, but not good sidearm. It's pretty fun to use, especially in some bunker, but overall it's not really good. Next is APB, the only pistol with auto mode. It has the highest RPM among pistols, and that's all good things about it. It has lower damage alongside with PM compared to other pistols, one of the highest recoils, which is also really random, and one of the slowest reload speeds. But at least it has suppressor. Talking about its damage, even though it has enough damage in head, you can forget about one tap against 100 HP, because it one taps only on really short distance. I wouldn't recommend it for open world because of its damage and recoil. That's definitely the worst pistol which has access to suppressor. But in PvP it's kinda okay, at least for short distance. Because of recoil you might have problems on slightly longer distances. It could be the best pistol for PvP, but its recoil is too unstable. Next we have M45. In terms of damage on distance, it's the best pistol after Deagle. It one-taps 110 and 115 HP enemies on pretty good distances. It has access to optics, but not to suppressor. Magazine capacity is below average. It has heavy ammo and one of the worst recoils among pistols. Pretty average pistol for both game modes. Next is USP-45, which is overall better option compared to M45. Even though M45 has better distance with velocity, USP-45 has access to suppressor which helps you to deal with muzzle flash, bigger mag, and it has faster reload of both types. USP-45 is pretty okay for PvP and open world. In open world it has pretty much the same situation with ammo weight as Deagle, which makes it not the best option for general use. But for stealth it's definitely the best pistol you can get. It one-taps 110 HP enemies on pretty good distance and 115 HP on short distance. So if you want to stealth some compound, USP-45 will be the best option with its one-tap potential. But for general use I wouldn't recommend it, because of heavy ammo. Next we have V226 and Mark 25. They are the same, but first one has access to optics. One of the lowest recoils, and both of them have access to suppressor. Worst velocity with range after Mark 27, and the worst reload speed after M9 with APB. V226 is great option for PvP and open world because of its recoil, access to optic with suppressor, pretty good RPM, and mag capacity. Next we have M17 and V320. They are the same, but we have more differences in customization. M17 doesn't have access to suppressor and optic. Additionally, V320 has access to shorter barrel and it doesn't have safe mode. Both of the things are pretty much nothing, but still. Both of these pistols have the same recoil as previous. V320 is a really good option for PvP, which is great variation of V226. Either you choose faster reload speed on V3 or mag capacity on V2. For open world, V320 is the best pistol for general use. It has the best range with velocity among 9mm pistols after M9, really fast reload speed and one of the lowest recoils. And the last two pistols for today are G17 and Mark 27. Both of them have pretty much the same customization except some barrel and optic options, but they have big differences in their stats. Mark 27 has much faster RPM and the fastest RPM among pistols after RPB with PM. It has lower recoil and the lowest recoil among all pistols, but it has shorter barrel. And because of that it has the worst damage on distance among pistols after PM with APB. So for open world, G17 will be better option, because of better distance and velocity. It is a very good option for open world in general among pistols. But in PvP, Mark 27 will be a better choice. Actually, I would say that it's the best pistol for this game mode. Even though it has one tap potential, not on all distances in PvP, but it will be pretty much enough. Anyway, you use your pistol mostly when you don't have time for reload on primary and you have someone nearby. So it's not a big disadvantage. Meanwhile, you get the lowest recoil and one of the fastest RPMs. So for PvP, Mark 27, for open world V320, and for stealth, use P45. And what's the most universal pistol? It's V320. It's the best pistol for open world, and it's pretty good in PvP as well. If Mark 27 wasn't that good, it would be one of the best pistols for PvP. If you found this video useful, leave a like and some comment, it helps out with video promotion, join my Discord server, builds, tier lists and useful information. If you really like my content, you can support me on Boosty, and see you next time.